What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Got the GoPro charging in the car, so I'm shooting this off my iPhone just for a little introductory. But today, got a little project going on. We are going to be installing an HT Auto's front lip that hopefully I think is going to look pretty solid. I've got my buddy in the white WRX, my boy Williams. I'll link him below. But I mean, I say these things shouldn't take very long, but any car guy knows that you say those magical words, that 2-hour project is definitely going to last the next 6 days. So with that being said, let's get into it. How's it going? Can I get a large iced caramel coffee? You might be asking yourself why I'm getting an iced coffee. One, because I like it. And two, it's hot as balls out. So, definitely not going to get a hot coffee. Just left AutoZone, had to come pick up some masking tape. We are now off to go try and put this front lip on. Alright, got the STI up in the air. I think this is going to be a good enough ground clearance to get up under here with the lip and the drill. So with that being said, I think what we're going to do is start lining this up, seeing where the holes are that we're going to need to drill into, and pray to the car gods that I don't absolutely destroy this front end. So right now we're just doing some prep work, getting this front end taped up, and also if you notice there's these little tiny X's that are like imprinted in the bumper from Subaru. So what we're doing is we're taking a Sharpie, we're marking the masking tape, and then laying that center dot as close to the center point of these X's, which are all along the bumper. So just a tidbit tip, hopefully it works out for you. I was just gonna mark around them, but my boy Noah, fucking smart ideas. So, stay tuned. Alright, so we got the 6 little tab holes lined up. We got 2 extra because we used 2 of the originals, so it's good to know that we got extras in case any break. But it's actually not looking too bad. Will you hold that corner up? So what we're gonna do next is start penciling or sharpening in these hole markers so we can get these 9 holes drilled. But it looks pretty solid so far. I think the only issue I'm going to have that we'll touch on when we're done is this right here and how this is going to line up with the bumper, because as far as I know there's no drill point for this right here. It just tabs into that. So the fitment there is not terrible but not flush, which bothers me a little bit, but for a lip kit this cheap it's not too bad. So we're gonna continue getting back to it. All right, so we got all of these holes, 9 in total, marked. I'm not sure if you guys can see how far off from Subaru's marking here to our mark for HT Autos. So with that being marked up, all 9, it's time to make it or break it on this front lip. So let's get to drilling. Not a lot of room.
I swear to God, he couldn't put it all on me. I got this weight up on my shoulders. Don't forget what you believe now. Yeah, don't put me down for how I feel. I see you talk about it while we work $1,000 deals up. Only gotta tell me what's going, get it. I've been working on myself and I got no regrets yet.
I honestly cannot believe I'm drilling into my bumper right now. Alright. So looking up online, because there's not a whole lot about the HT Autos lip kit, a lot of people said it was a 5.5 millimeter drill size that we needed, which in the US would come down to a standard size. So a lot of people are saying 732. Just looking at it and what the hardware HT Autos provided us with, thought it was a little bit too big. So I went with a 3/16, and it actually fit the hole pretty well. So we're gonna try and get these screws in with that. Hopefully they grab super tight, so there's no like looseness, no play in it. If we have to drill bigger, then we will. But I think that's where we're gonna call it for now. So now that I have done the inevitable and drilled into my bumper, it is time to finagle these little tiny screws and even smaller nuts throughout this bumper. So what we're doing right now, guys, is just drilling in the hardware. The holes we got were spot on for the HT Autos kit, but for the actual bumper, the hole is like super small, so it's very tight. So we're just slowly drilling in the hardware, and then we'll put on the nut and washer after these are all secure, which we probably should get the tape off first. Yeah. I hope you guys learned something from this little install video of do's and don'ts, because there's a lot of don'ts going on right now. I also should not have cut my nails this morning. Let's get this tape off. Alright, we're on the last 3% of the GoPro, so it's about to die. I got all the screws in. The only thing left to do is put the nuts and washers on, so I will just do that. And here's the look. As you can see, I'm actually pretty pleased with this. I'm super glad to get it out of my room and finally on, but it's not too bad. The only thing I have issues with, which I mentioned previously, is this right here. So the bumper flexes in a little bit. I think it's just due that there's no hardware back here to like keep those locked together like some other lip kits. So it does crease a little bit here, and there is some spacing issues that I'd like to maybe drill my own later on and close the gap, because there's only these clips here which don't do a whole lot as far as like making sure it's all flush. But from a distance, driving wise, it's not too bad. Very pleased. So the next step is going to be getting it off the jacks, moving those to the rear, and getting the rear spats on here, which I think is also going to just kind of complete the look. I do have the HT Autos side skirts, but due to some shipping stuff, I won't say on the part of the manufacturer, but honestly mostly my part with getting this car from Texas to New York and COVID and all this stuff, and me not being able to personally pack it. My skirts are a little warped, so it's going to take some finagling, some heat, maybe I can salvage those. If not, then maybe I'll just try and sell them to someone with a little more expertise who can salvage them and order a new set. Or I might just keep the stocks as they are, and we'll see just how this looks. So that is kind of where I'm at now. So let's get going on these rears. Alright, so we ended up having to jack this up. We didn't get enough clearance, and you do have to drill in for this. So I just went ahead and did this first one. I'm probably not going to film the second one, but I'll just let you know that there's 5 tabs. So 3 original, and then in the kit comes with 2 new ones. So and then it's also got these little 2 that here that you have to drill in and then screw because there's no hole for them. So we put 3 originals back where they came from, put the 2 new ones in the 2 new holes, and then I used the same 3/16 bit as the front lip, drilled into here, and then pulled the screw out of that little tab, fit the tab in, and then screwed back the screw, 2 new screws with the drill. So I made it pretty easy, and I think the fitment is actually really on point with this, so pretty happy with these. I've been wanting to put these rears on for a while, and this here fits a lot better, I think, than the front lip, especially against the Rally Armor mud flaps. So pretty stoked. We're just gonna go ahead and get this side dropped, move the jacks over, finish that side. I'm not gonna film it, but I will get some shots of both the front and these rears on the whole car when we are finished. So stand by. My thumb, so sore. Overall, super glad at how this fit. Coming up here, I've seen some where there's quite a bit of gap that I didn't like, so super dope that that worked out. And it just really completes the rear end, in my opinion. Simple, no crazy diffuser, pretty solid. Gonna get a full walk around as the car sits flat on the ground. And you see this wonderful new front lip. Honestly, just looks to me like a true STI at this point. And then there is a meet tonight, so I may get some footage at the meet. I may not, because my GoPro's like off and on dying, but if we don't, it's been a good day. I didn't think I was gonna film the whole day, but lo and behold, it's literally took all day. Woke up, got a good little photo shoot in, and then doing these lips and rear spats. So with that being said, I may or may not do some extra at this meet. We're gonna shower, go get washed, definitely get something to eat because I'm freaking hungry. So once again, big shout out to my boy right there, his freaking awesome WRX. So get a quick walk around of this, and then we're gonna end the video, guys. Cool.